Hello folks, Mr. Raven here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Mission 9. So here we go again.
The global economy is down for the count. The political climate has dark clouds on the horizon. In Switzerland too, events are being viewed with a worried eye. Of all people, you have been promoted in this precarious situation. Only recently it's now you who guides the fate of the Swiss Federal Railways. Make your contribution so that the country survives these difficult times unharmed. There were times when the future looked rosier. That goes for the Swiss Federal Railways as well. The business losses are too heavy, even for a state-run railroad. You have the equally difficult and thankless task to reduce as many expenses as possible while still maintaining basic service. That's the story. Good luck with it. It's painful, but there's no other way. You're forced to reduce maintenance and abandon services that don't make a profit.
Okay. So we're back in Switzerland. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try and get quickly, at least to the point where we were, before we have to give up. Excuse me. Yeah, because of course there's some stuff I want to do differently. I don't want to upgrade the railway system to electric trains before I absolutely have to. Seems like the passenger runs were doing good, so I'm probably gonna focus on that and maybe do passengers where cities are big in the beginning, which aren't. It's about two places maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do a lot of stuff and then I'll bring you back and tell you what I did, because I'm not really sure what I want to do. But if the big cities get a train and maybe a bus route to get people around in the city to help it make it expand, maybe try and do a couple of train runs with supplies. All the city needs food. Seems like so food and people should be that's the main point here. Should be good thing to focus on. I kind of get the idea of this mission, you know. If you play for yourself, you could expand too fast and maybe run out of money. Then you need to cut down, and that's pretty much what this is. That's pretty much what this is. Yeah. Let me try and do something. Maybe try and... Can I see? Everything is in minus, which is weird. So we got a line. The passengers line, definitely gonna redo. This one, this city could just go to Zurich instead of going this way. Seems like that line goes all the way to here, but not to here, which is weird. To maybe just combine the two lines and take it from there. Yeah, that must be the plan. Yes, let me do something here, and I'll bring you back.
Although resources are scarce, basic passenger service is supposed to remain guaranteed, and the electrification of routes would even allow money to be saved in the long term. Dark clouds are gathering. The mood among the neighbouring countries is turning increasingly hostile. The Swiss Federal Council has decided to prepare for all contingencies. It needs your help so that Switzerland can defend its neutrality in the event of war. All arrangements are to be made for a state of emergency. The militia ought to be mobilized. Storage facilities must be stocked. It's advisable to create reserves so that the country could withstand a siege by hostile forces for as long as possible. At the same time, life goes on, and day-to-day needs still want to be met.
Okay, so I think maybe I'm doing something right. Anyway, at least we are in plus ish. I have to wait and see, but I used about half my money. Maybe. Stuff has just started to really run. So it's a little hard to say right now if it's good or not, but I think this mission has a really high running cost, because if you look at some of the buses, they are like almost 100,000 in plus, and suddenly, bam, it's a minus, and it's like, what just happened there? But anyways, well, I did what I talked about in the beginning. So I have a bus route in every city. I have a train stop, and in Zurich I have 2, and in Friedrichshafen something I have 2, and the most buses. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but it's the biggest cities, so I thought maybe that would be good at some point, maybe not in the beginning, but I think often buses in cities are, like an investment. They help people come around and move around, so the city grows faster. You can almost see building popping up all over Zurich, and it's probably the same in every other city. The train line I thought, well, if I have to go from Como to Zurich and to Friedrichshafen. I don't know if that's right. Anyways, which cities are we coming through? And I made a stop there too. So I haven't strayed off from the natural lines. So there's 2 cities three cities. Locarno, Staffenhausen, and Romanshorn. I think those 3 cities, they aren't getting any passengers. I'm considering doing a little bus thingy and then do bus routes between the cities, but there's no route between. There's no roads between the cities. Only railroads, which are a little strange if you ask me. So yeah, the first part of the mission actually went fairly well. Seems like our earnings are going up, 3.3 million-ish. So I think we did something right. Maybe I should up the amount of wagons on the trains, because I think I modeled them. Still mediocre. So I could probably put another or two cars on. $4 million. Well, as I was saying, I think I'm doing something right. I think I'm gonna let it run a little bit, just to give me, I don't know, 100,000, 100 million. Sorry, before I move on to the next mission. So yeah, I'll let it run and try and set up some food. Okay, so just a recap here, a quick one. I reached the 100 million mark I set up for myself before I moved on with the grain thingy. But I also used a little bit of money, because I actually started up. We got from this Como to Friedrichshafen. There is a demand for iron ore, and or here's the demand for iron ore, and here's the demand for coal, and this one has an iron mine and this one has a coal mine. So you can put a train and make it drive full load every way, both ways. But Friedrichshafen has a bigger demand for iron than Como has for coal, so it's not gonna add up. So I actually put up a route where full load down here. I got I think 6 trains. No, that's not that one. No. I got 4 trains with 10 wagons, so that's 80 capacity. And it has full load every time down here, from Como to up here, and it's just taking as much coal as it can the other way. Then I have a little truck route moving the iron to the where it actually needs the good. So yeah, I did that, and that's actually pretty profitable, if I do say so myself. I don't know about the trucks, but I'm getting like 6 million ish from the coal iron line. That's almost the same as the passengers, so that's a really good run. So yeah, I think we have the I think I have the upper hand right now. Not to jinx it or anything, but knock on wood. But yeah, right now, if I think if I don't do anything stupid, I think we should be okay. Yes. So I need to transport a lot of grain to the food factory. Yeah, and the same I need to do down here. And I actually think I will move from here to, where is the depot? Up here, and vice versa. So the build up here goes to here, just because, where is it? There, grain warehouse. No wait, that's grain warehouse. Oh, I thought it was a food warehouse. Oh, wait a minute. Ah. Oh, and it only needs grain. Ah, and I thought I needed to make it to food. Well, I think I'm just gonna go from here to here then. And from here to... Yeah, let me set that up and I'll bring you back when the mission's done. Okay, so a little update. I don't know why, but it's kind of hard to get the supply towns. I don't know why, because I think I'm over 25%. No, still 20%. What? That's crazy. Well, I just upped the amount of train or capacity on this train. It's delivering food to Zurich. So maybe that solves it. I'm trying to get fewer trains, but making them longer, because right here there's a choke point, and I'm really considering making the passenger train not stop here, because if the train stops here, everything stops here. And now this passenger train leaves and another passenger train comes in and holds this train up. And for what? 20, 30, 40 passengers? It's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Oh, we got the supply one. Oh, it disappeared again. Okay, so now when this comes in with a big load, we should have this one secured. Then I made this train line. Can I see the train line? There it is. From here. This is a food processing plant, and this and this is a farm, and this city needs food. So one line takes it all. Hopefully. For now, I'm not gonna make the train stop here, because if the train stops to make a full load, it's just gonna choke up traffic. Because this is a through and through station, but I took it because the route is longer, so the earning would be a lot more, way more. So hopefully, in time, it would transport more than one food. Hopefully all 40. Because this is a small town, so the demand is not that big. It's only 26, so 25% is like... That's like 6, 7. So we should get this soon too. Hopefully. So yeah, but I'll bring you back.
War has broken out. Switzerland is surrounded on all sides by warring factions. A tricky situation. The Axis powers of Germany and Italy want to conduct transit from north to south through the Gotthard Tunnel. The Allies won't like that. The alternative will be to blow up the tunnel. Then no one will get through anymore. Which is the lesser of the two evils? A decision must be made. Will Switzerland anger the Axis powers by blowing up the mined Gotthard Tunnel, or should this key north-south link remain intact?
I'm not blowing it up this time.
Well, there you go. Hopefully it was the right decision. Due to wartime food shortages, collecting Maybugs is made compulsory. School children are sent off to gather all of the bugs. The purpose? To produce animal feed. Make your buses available to them for this.
Sell 5 buses. I'm not sure. So sell 5 of the buses I already have, or buy 5 new buses and sell them. I can't remember we got this mission before. To what? So I can't buy them and sell them. So what? Sell 5 buses? Weird. See if that helps.
In these hard times, everything is in short supply. The little there is calls for distributing it fairly.
Okay, we got.
Jews are no longer safe beyond the border. Despite this, the Swiss government is no longer willing to grant them asylum. Captain Gruninger, a courageous commanding police officer from St. Gallen, isn't prepared to go along with this policy. Help him to protect people whose lives and freedom are endangered from being persecuted.
Accept.
Bring people secretly across the border by bus without getting caught.
Okay. Gonna do that in a sec. Use 100%, 100 on. From one of the reserves. I think I have Drain North. Where do you go? Go to there. What if I altered your route? When you load off here, pause the game, alter the route, they make it do one run, and then change it back. Almost seems stupid, but at least we transport or using 100 units from the reserves. Why? What? Why? What? Hello, train? Would you? Oh crap. Stop. Is all farms not producing? No. Why were you traveling empty? That's weird. Okay, so maybe... No, that's not it. Like so then? You don't need to be stopped anymore. So is the food reserve where our grain reserve has they stopped the demand? Was it this one? I think it was. It's running empty, but it says just... It's just on the way back, so to see, because it don't seem like the farm here is. It is still going up. Okay, I thought we should cancel that, but I think that's fine. And where did the oh crap? Just need to know. How far are you? Oh, perfect. So now that's picking up 144 grain. So that's good. And that mission should be done unless the food supply to the towns stops for some reason. Okay, we need to build a road from Saint something. Perfect. Create a route. That's gonna take passengers from the station. It's stupid. Let's call it people. Just why I buy one bus. Bam. Okay, let's let that run, and I think this is the one. Yes.
War continues to rage all around the neutral Isle of Switzerland. In the meantime, the supply situation is so uncertain that urban parks and gardens are being turned into potato fields. Despite your masterpieces in logistics, there's never enough for everyone. And to a certain extent, your decision involving the Gotthard had serious consequences too. Wherever possible, try to survive these hard times in one piece. The Axis powers rely on your dependable freight transports through the Gotthard Tunnel. Although they always pay on time, it still doesn't really sit right with you.
Well, that's going to be easy because we already do that.
Switzerland still remains steadfastly committed to its neutrality. The warring parties have tolerated this state of affairs so far, but for how much longer? Some forces in neutral Switzerland will be pleased to see the country join the Third Reich.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
A fascist plot wants to hand the country to the Germans on a silver platter. That can't be allowed to happen. Sabotage this diabolical plan. A meeting of conspirators is supposed to occur in the near future at a mansion on Rosenberg Hill in St. Gallen. Find and infiltrate the group. At last, the war is over. Thanks to your clever logistics tactics, the country has survived the catastrophe relatively unscathed. Now it's time to look ahead and guide the Federal Railways towards a profitable future. However, first of all, there are still some repairs to be made. The railroad infrastructure in the neighboring countries suffered heavy damage during the war. Provide help in the course of rebuilding. The plotters intend to infiltrate the Swiss elite and prepare a coup. They want to press ahead with their plans in Zurich.
Do you see another one?
Switzerland awaits a high-ranking visitor. None other than Sir Winston Churchill himself has announced a brief visit. Only the cream of the crop is good enough for this eminent figure. A celebrity as dignified as Mr. Churchill deserves to be treated appropriately. Use your best locomotive to chauffeur the Englishman around the country.
Around the country. That's one stop, isn't it? Okay, we could do that.
A troop of fascist guerrillas is supposed to put the squad of Swiss Army officers out of action, making the leaderless troops an easy target for the Axis forces. Work together with a few like-minded people to make sure it doesn't come to that.
Oh no, that's not gonna happen. We need machine parts, which I actually think going to do by truck, because another train stopping there would be not good. If I can get permission to do this. Yips. Sweet. Let's do... should I just go down to here? Sure, why not? Okay, and let's buy some... Maybe we should rename this to... Machine parts? Tools? I think it was tools, right? I think. Machines. Ah, crap. Yes. Let's do 10 trucks. And let's config this one. Sweet. Terminal. That's the right one. Good. And machine part is coming. Oh, by the way, let's do the full load here. Sweet. So that's gonna sort itself out shortly. If I upgrade this to power line, no, there it was, to Zurich, and get this mission done. I think got what we need. Okay, that's already sweet. I didn't know that. I didn't upgrade this. So we should have now the opportunity to make a new line from Zurich to St. Gallen. And L train for electricity. Just by... Wasn't this the one? Cell 2 for Red Arrow, but Excuse me. That's not a red arrow. Maybe it's called the red arrow because it's red. I don't know. Let's try it. See what happens. It's not a pretty train, that's for sure. It looks more like a bus than a train. Is this really the last mission? No, the last mission was the machine parts. So this was an extra. Answer is big. It's a big city. Come on.
What a joy. Sir Winston Churchill is delighted. What an honour. In celebration of this memorable event, from now on, the locomotive will bear the great man's name.
Sweet. That was an easy one. Well, it's gonna be snowed up by all the other trains on the track anyway, so I think I'm just gonna sell it. Goodbye, train. Don't need to think about that anymore. Let's just delete the line too. Perfect. Are you driving empty? No. You are driving. Okay, so you're just about to start delivering. Oh, maybe I'm delivering to the wrong place. No? Weird. Where do I need to deliver to? Oh. 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 You need to read the quest or the mission. Stupid Mr. Raven. Let's buy train with let's just do let's buy this. Do another line from you to yep. And call that yeah. Work. Where is the there it is. Go to work. Let us just I'm gonna let that run until it's done.
good news. After years of making do without, the urge to travel is finally on the rise again. And in the transport sector, hopefully revenue figures will be back to black soon.
Okay. Phew. This time it went surprisingly well. I have no idea why I have so much struggle with the last time I played the mission. I don't know why. I don't know. I thought it would be as easy as everything else, and it just showed that in this particular mission you need to be patient in the beginning, and it will slowly rise to be a profitable, I can't even speak. Good earning. Crap. Almost a $500 million, and daily earnings of 25-ish million. So yeah, perfect. I hope you liked that I actually did it this time. And if you did, please show your support by leaving a thumbs up. If you have any questions, advice, or just want to say something funny, please do so down in the comment section below. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And the last thing I want to do is just wish you all a great day. Have fun gaming. Bye.